What is the elephant in the room in your relationship? What is the one thing that causes fight in every relationship? If you manage this one thing well, you'll be among the happiest couples on earth. The most dangerous enemy of every relationship is self. In fact, your most dangerous enemy is yourself. If you don't manage self well, self will destroy you. In this episode, we will discuss how selfishness destroys relationships and what to do with a selfish partner.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mike and Christelle podcast, where family meets faith and fun. Remember, when family is healthy, the nation is healthy. Thank you to all of you who have been sharing our content with friends. If you haven't done so, please remember to subscribe to our podcast and follow Mike and Christelle on Facebook and Instagram.
You may be waiting for a tip on how to handle or how to manage a selfish person or a selfish partner. But we think you should know that we are all born selfish. Selfishness is embedded in our heart. It is in every human heart. You were born selfish. I was born selfish. My wife was not born selfish.
I was.
We were
I'm the
all
exception.
born selfish.
I am the exception.
No one is an exception. We were all born, or let's say we are all born selfish. That's human heart.
Yeah.
We are born selfish. So when we are talking about selfishness, we are not talking about someone out there. We're not talking about them. We're talking about us. We're talking about you and me. So instead of asking yourself how to handle a selfish partner or a selfish person, you should be asking yourself how to handle me, how to handle myself, how to handle you. That is the question we want to discuss today. How should I deal with self? How should I deal with myself?
To be clear, we are not talking about narcissism as a personality disorder. If you are living with a narcissist, please see a professional, and that is another conversation. We are talking about normal people like you and me. Selfishness is the cause of every divorce.
It is.
At least one party is selfish in every relationship breakdown.
Yeah.
People fail to solve problems because of selfishness. Selfishness hurts others.
It hurts even yourself.
Selfishness is a lack of consideration for other people's needs, fears, or dreams.
Yes. We all have needs. We all have emotional needs. We have physical needs, financial needs. We have different type of needs in life. But when you are trying to meet your needs and you overlook your spouse's needs, you overlook your children's needs, you are selfish. You are selfish.
Yes, you
So
are.
selfishness is when you overlook other people's needs while trying to satisfy your need. The same thing with fears. We all have fears. We all have things that we are insecure about. We all have things that we don't understand, things we don't control. Those are our fears. But when you're trying to confront your fears, in the process of fighting your fears, you overlook your spouse's fears. You are selfish.
Yes.
We all have dreams. We all have things that we want to achieve, plans, anticipations, and expectations. But when you are trying to fulfill your dreams and you overlook your families, or your spouse or your friend, your significant one,
Significant other.
A significant other. You overlook their dreams or what they are also anticipating, what they are also planning to, what they want to achieve. When you overlook that, you dismiss it, you are selfish.
There are three categories of people. Selfless people.
Yes.
Unselfish people.
Selfish, yes.
And selfish people.
Selfish.
Selfless people, they only think about the need of others.
Yes.
They put other people's need before themselves,
Yes.
and sometimes to their own detriment.
Yeah.
This is not what we are
Then
advocating for. That's not what we are talking about
supporting.
here.
It's great. It sounds great.
Yeah, but that's not.
It sounds great.
That's
but
not what we are talking about. Example: you cook
Yes.
for your family, you
Yes.
make the bed, you do all this good stuff, get
Yes.
ready, children ready, everybody's ready, and then
You make the bed. You
forget to
iron,
eat.
You
You forget to eat.
You forget to shower
forget to
sometimes.
shower. You forget to rest.
You forget to look after yourself.
That is not what we're talking about.
No, that's not what we're talking about. Which it sounds great. You
Yeah.
know, to be selfless, it sounds great. But we don't think it's healthy
No,
in
it's not.
relationships.
Yeah.
We don't think it's the thing to go for.
Yeah.
It sounds really like, oh, there, Jesus was selfless. We should be selfless. But it's not the thing we are talking about. And if you understand the difference between being selfless and the next one, which is unselfish people. The difference is unselfish people.
They look after themselves.
Yes.
And they look after, they consider other people's
The needs of others.
Yeah.
So you can do all the things we mentioned. You can still cook for the family. You
can still care for
the
your
family. You can still go and work hard and bring money home. You can still do all the things. But at the same time, you are looking after yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
That is unselfishness.
Yes.
So that's what we are advocating for. That the middle one. You are not selfless. You still consider self.
Yeah.
Because selfless is the absence of self. You do not care for self.
Yeah.
You just care for others. While unselfishness is you care for yourself and you care for others.
Yeah.
You don't ignore other people's needs. You don't ignore other people's
ignore
fears,
your needs.
and you don't ignore your own
Yeah.
needs.
When
consider
we
both.
travel when you travel and they tell you to
Yes.
wear what's that?
The mask.
The mask,
for
they say
oxygen.
The oxygen mask. They say you put it on your face first.
Yes.
I used to wonder when I'm traveling with my children. I'm thinking, no, I'm not gonna put on my face first and my child.
Yes.
But if you look at it really,
Take oxygen.
you
then
need
give
to be
your
able
child.
to be healthy to take care of
Yes.
someone else. You can't
Yes.
take care of other people if you're not well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the difference now between the unselfish person with the selfish person is the selfish person only thinks about himself
They
or
go
herself.
above and beyond to hurt other people.
Yes, they don't really care
As
about,
long as their need is met.
Their need comes
cares?
first and only. Their fears come first and only.
Yeah.
And their dreams come first and only.
Bad.
Which is bad.
Yeah.
The difference with the selfless person is other people's needs only, other people's fears only, and other
Very
people's
dangerous.
dreams only.
Yeah.
So we are advocating for unselfish person who is the middle one, who cares for other people's needs, dreams, and fears, but they also consider their own fears, dreams, and need. And that's what we are pushing for. That's what we want. We are advocating in relationships where you care for yourself, you care for your partner. That's healthy. That's really healthy.
Yeah.
Maturity is measured by the ability to manage self. You are mature if you are capable to manage self, yourself.
Yeah.
You will know if you are dating or you are married to a mature person by their level of unselfishness. How much of selfishness they bring to the relationship will tell you how mature they are. You know a mature person. And I think it takes spiritual maturity to be unselfish, not just maturity that people call maturity in life. It takes also spiritual maturity, emotional maturity, and intellectual maturity to be unselfish.
Yeah.
And that is very important. Immature people are proud and arrogant.
Yeah.
Immature people demand things from others. They demand things in relationship. They want things to be done. They want things to be done their way. Immature people struggle to forgive. They struggle to let go of issues. Immature people. Why? Because I've been hurt. Me, I. The idol me has been hurt. So I'm struggling to forgive because I've been hurt. That's a lack of maturity. And I'm sorry if you've been hurt in a relationship. It's your right to feel bad. It's your right. I'm not saying that being hurt is immaturity, but failing to forgive it's a sign of immaturity. Immature people complain in relationships. They complain in relationships. So those are some of the things that we see immature people do, or the thing that they show, they bring to relationships. They bring unforgiveness, they bring complaint, they bring demand, they bring all these things, pride, they bring arrogance to relationship. That's a sign of immaturity. If you're arrogant in a relationship, it's not like it doesn't mean you are. It doesn't make
you the big guy.
Yeah, it doesn't make you a big guy. It doesn't make you smart, or it doesn't make you,
Some traits of unselfishness and selfishness in relationships.
Yes.
1, unselfish people are easy to talk to.
Yes.
So they don't implode or explode in communication.
Yes. That is very important, because some people explode. When you bring an issue to them, they raise their voices, then they get angry and they
break stuff. Let's break the TV and the radio and the fridge and everything that's breakable.
That is lack of maturity. That is selfishness. Let's call it as it is. It's selfishness. You don't want to hear what somebody has to say, even if it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's lack of maturity. It's lack of maturity. It's selfishness to think that people cannot tell you certain things. People can. Your spouse should tell you what they think.
You should be able to discuss about things.
Yes.
Like, I should be able to tell
me what you think.
What I think it hurts me or whatever. And you should be able to tell me.
Yes, without fear of explosion, that things will get worse.
You shouldn't be feeling like, if I say this,
the house will burn down.
The house will be on fire.
And the same thing with implosion. So some people in marriages or in relationships, when you bring an issue and they don't feel comfortable with it, they get silenced.
And they'll never talk for a year.
For 3 days. For the silence.
For a year. Not a year. Maybe 3 days.
It can be a year.
I know people who didn't talk for it.
There are people who can stay silent for a year.
Yeah.
So it's not impossible.
A silence that is really loud, though. It's like a silence that's like, I'll kill you when I get to.
Yes. So that is lack of maturity.
Yeah.
It's really lack of maturity to implode or explode in relationship. It's selfishness.
The second point is unselfish people are secure.
They're secure.
They don't manipulate others financially, emotionally,
or sexually. They don't manipulate. They're secure in who they are. They don't crave
They know who they are.
Yes, they know who they are.
They know their weaknesses, and they
work on it.
They work on them.
And they know their strength.
Yeah.
They are confident in their strength.
Yeah.
They are happy for who they are.
Yeah.
Selfless, unselfish people. They are mature. They don't crave for assurance. They don't always expect people to to give them compliment for them to feel fulfilled, validated. No, they know who they are. They are secure in who they are. They live their lives knowing their weaknesses. They respect that. They know, and they work on it if they can. And they know their strength, they capitalize on that, they live their life confident in who they are.
The third point is unselfish people are humble.
One sign of, I think we discussed this in our apology podcast.
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Yeah. I think one of the signs of humble people, they don't put blame on others. Even every time there is a conflict, there is a misunderstanding between two people.
Yeah.
Even if I know that my wife has done something wrong 90% and I've done 10%, if I'm humble, I'm going to apologize for my 10% without bringing up her 90%. That is humility. Humility don't put blame on others. You don't come and say, oh, I apologize for what I've done, but you started all this. Yeah. That's not humility. Humility, you take responsibility for your part. You take responsibility for your mistakes, for your failures, and you let the other person deal with themselves. Yeah. Humility. That's how we see. You own your mistakes. You ask for help when you need it.
And some people think that's a weakness.
It's not a weakness.
That is, to ask for help is not a weakness.
It's not a weakness.
You know,
it's strength, in fact.
It's a great strength.
Yes.
To be able to ask for help. When
you don't know, ask.
Yes.
When you don't know, ask. Even in the office, when you don't know something, call Call the younger guy. Call the newer guy. Call the intern. You think they don't know anything. Ask them questions. And let's come back to marriage. Ask your spouse. Ask your child.
You have to be willing. You have to be able to say, I don't know how to do this. Help me.
Help.
Yeah.
And for example, if your marriage is going through hardship, you are going through things that you cannot control, find someone outside who you trust to help you. That is a sign of humility.
Yeah.
That's
wisdom. That's humility.
Proud people don't seek help. They think they've got it together. They think they're in control. No. The fourth one is unselfish people are respectful of themselves and respectful of others. So they respect their spouses, they respect their children, they respect people around them. Unselfish people, they mind what they say. They control their speech. You know, some people selfish people they will say, I don't care how they think of me or what they think of me. I don't care. I say whatever I want. You know, no, you are
whenever
rude.
I want.
You are rude. Don't just you say whatever you want. Respectful people, they are mindful of other people's feelings.
Right time, right place, right environment.
Yes. Selfish people don't even care how they dress up. You know, they don't care about how people feel or what people think of how they dress up. I believe that it takes maturity and unselfishness to dress up respectfully. You know, when you go in a group of people, when you go where people are meeting, you just put on something that respects that environment. It shows respect. And, you know, selfish people don't care about what they drink. They don't care about what they eat. They don't care about how they look like. It is not, you know, it is not good. You know, we know that people will say, oh, you should exercise. You should not eat this kind of food, and this kind of food is not good for our bodies. It's not simply because of our health. It also shows respect to your body. Respect your body.
The temple.
It's the temple of the Holy Spirit. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
For example, brush your teeth before bed. If it's the smell is not very entertaining for your spouse, brush it. It shows respect. For example, some people will wear a shirt for they sweat and they will wear it again, and they will sweat, they will wear it again, and sometimes it begins to smell. Please show some respect. Wash it, and change it. And people say, I don't care about socks. You know, I can wear one pair of socks for a week. No, please. When you remove those socks, it's not it doesn't bring a pleasant aroma. Show some respect. You know, there are some ways we can show some respect. The way you leave your underwears in the house, where you leave your socks in the house, the way you organize your bed. You know, show some respect to people in the house. Show some respect to yourself. Respect yourself. Be respectful of you, who you are. That shows unselfishness.
Number 5, unselfish people do not demand admiration or compliment. They are comfortable doing great things in the background.
Yes.
Selfish people want reward and compliments for everything. Even if they were not entirely responsible for the achievement.
Yes. They still want to.
They still want to be complimented. Or if there's an achievement, I was part of that.
I was part of that.
Yes, I was, and that one I was there. I was there.
This is very this is crucial, because not everything that you do that requires praise. You know, sometimes you do things in the background, and I respect people who do things in the background, and even if they don't get rewarded for it or praise for it, they still keep doing. But selfish people, they don't operate like that. They want praise in everything.
Number 6, unselfish people have empathy. They feel what other people feel and do something about it.
Yes, they feel what other people feel. If you come from work or if you come from outside and you look a bit down, an unselfish partner will not even pay attention to that. Selfish partner will not care. They will ask you to do something else. You've just got home, And they will ask you, can you do that for me? Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
Without even asking you how your day went and why you look down or
Yeah.
something like that. While a mature partner, unselfish partner will ask you, how are you doing? Why
What
do
is
you look?
going on?
What is going on? And they will really pay attention to that. They are not going to ask you to do more and more and more in the day. They will take responsibility sometimes and do what you were supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Just because they feel what you feel. They recognize when you are down, they pull you up, they recognize when you are in pain, they let you rest, they recognize. I've heard stories of some men who are really selfish. They come home and they want things to be done their way all the time.
No matter the time, like it
Yes.
doesn't matter what time it is.
They want the house to look in a particular
Yeah.
way. They want the wife to be ready for something in a particular way, and mostly that particular thing that you know. They want their wives to be ready for it, even if the wife spent the whole day doing things. They don't care. They just want the wife to be ready for it.
Yeah. Unselfish people do not play victim. Selfish people play victim because it makes them the center of attention.
Yes.
If your spouse always plays victim, then you are dealing with selfish
Child. The child. It's playing victim. It's immaturity. It's selfishness. Adults own their failures.
Yeah.
Babies reject their failures. They blame others. That's one big sign of immaturity and selfishness in relationship. The best gift you can give to your spouse, it's an unselfish you. The best contribution you can bring to any relationship is the unselfish version of yourself. If you really love your partner, work on yourself.
Yeah.
If you really love your partner, deal with your selfishness, your selfish heart. If you really love your spouse, if you really love your partner, you will say this.
Yeah.
Because I love you, I will be the best version of me.
Yeah.
Because I love you, I will be best I can for you.
You know, you cannot change a selfish person.
You cannot.
You can only pray and trust God.
Yes.
You can only try to talk about things if
Yes.
a person is not willing to let
Yes.
God change them.
Yeah.
It will never work.
Yeah.
God can change anyone.
Keep trusting God. God can change anyone. We believe, but the person should be willing to allow God to work on themselves.
Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, guys.
Remember, when family is healthy, the nation is healthy. Don't forget to subscribe and follow Mike and Christelle on Facebook and Instagram. Bye.
Bye.